The world's largest battery production plant Tesla 4680 batteries production seem to be in production. Structural battery packs coming. Make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and only a small percentage of people subscribe to my channel. Holmar's blog shared a now deleted Reddit post on Twitter that provided clues to just how soon Tesla's first structural pack with the new 4680 battery cells will be ready. The post was deleted before I saw it, but the headline stated, 4680 battery is ready. Holmars continued the thread, noting that this is as big of a deal as Tesla FSD Beta 9. This is incredible. It's the whole floor of the vehicle. And then you can see the parts that connect to the front and rear underbody like they talked about at Battery Day. It's so simple. It just looks like a structural element of the car, but it's the whole battery pack. He then followed that part of the thread with 2 tweets, showing a comparison of a Model S P85D battery pack with a slide from the presentation from Tesla's Battery Day event, arguing that this new 4680 battery pack looks like the kind of structural battery pack Tesla revealed at Battery Day nearly a year ago. Tesla 4680 battery production details revealed. A production document of Tesla's Berlin superfactory was exposed online, which mentioned the latest details of 4680 battery production. Earlier, Musk said that the plant is expected to become one of the largest battery production plants in the world. The contents of the document show that the factory will use 4 floors for battery production and operation, the production of anodes and cathodes on the floor, and the production of cylindrical batteries on the 3rd floor. At the same time, Tesla also submitted a simplified 4680 battery production flowchart. The document states, batteries in the Berlin superfactory require special systems and process steps. The anode and cathode are composed of coated current collector foil. Copper is used as the material of the anode foil, and aluminum is used as the material of the cathode foil. Anode and cathode the components are manufactured using a hybrid process, using only materials in powder form. The new materials used are tested and approved in our own laboratory. In order for the powder coating to adhere to the 2-layer film, a thin adhesive substrate must be pre-coated. This substrate is transported in a container. Pre-coating is necessary because of the tape-dry coating with powder. After the anode and cathode components are mixed, they are applied as a coating to the respective substrate coating film to establish electrical contact. The collector foil coated with the anode or cathode component forms the final anode or cathode. The document also provides a general idea of how Tesla's 4680 battery production works. One of the facts is that the finished 4680 battery needs to be cured for 10 days after it is formed. Then the anode or cathode is cut into the required length with a laser and thermopolymer processes. The anode, cathode and separator are alternately placed on top of the other and rolled into a roll. Then the roller is inserted into the metal shell. The shell is made of steel rollers through die cutting and deep drawing processes. In the assembly area, the final assembly and filling of the battery will use a small amount of electrolyte, about 10% of the battery weight. The electrolyte is absorbed by the electrode coating, allowing lithium ions to move back and forth between the anode and the cathode. Then the cover is closed during the welding process. The final step is the formation of the battery. During the formation process, the battery passes under different temperature conditions. The charging and discharging calls are initiated. The completed battery will stay in this area for about 10 days before being put into use. The produced battery undergoes random quality control in our own laboratory. On the Battery Day in September last year, Tesla announced a new battery cell 4680, 46mm in diameter and 80mm in length, which looks exactly like a Coke can. Because the volume is larger than the previous 21,700 and 18,650, the middleware of the 4680 battery will be. However, recently, the cancellation of the Model S Plaid Plus version has made many people suspect that the 4680 batteries have suffered a difficult delivery. At present, in addition to the independent research and development of Tesla Battery Factory, battery companies such as LG, Panasonic, Samsung, BAC, UA, Honeycomb are also in research and development. At this stage, most car companies such as Porsche, Volkswagen, and Genuine have a high degree of recognition of the 4680 battery and believe that it is relatively in line with current technology, market, and performance requirements. Especially high-end models or high-performance models have considerable demand for large cylindrical battery core products. Tesla signs deal with world's largest nickel miner. Tesla signs deal with world's largest nickel miner to secure resource for battery production. Tesla has signed a new deal with BHP, the world's largest nickel miner, in order to secure the resource for upcoming battery production. There are several raw materials that are seeing a surge in demand from battery manufacturers for electric vehicle production. Nickel is one of them. It is already in strong demand from other sectors, and batteries are only adding to it. Tesla CEO Elon Musk recently urged nickel miners to increase production, and he was right to do so. Nickel is the most common material in Li-ion batteries in production today. The EV market is already affecting the nickel industry despite BEVs representing less than 4% of the global auto industry. By the end of the decade, it is expected that EV nickel demand would jump from 5% to 59% of overall nickel supply, resulting in an important need to ramp up production. Tesla has been making a lot of moves to try to secure large amounts of nickel. Earlier this year, we reported on Tesla submitting an investment proposal for a battery project in nickel-rich Indonesia with a goal to exploit the local resource. Now we learn that Tesla has secured a deal for nickel supply from BHP, the largest producer of nickel. BHP announced the deal in a press release today. BHP will supply Tesla Incorporated with nickel from its Nickel West asset in Western Australia, one of the most sustainable and lowest carbon emission nickel producers in the world. Vandita Pant, BHP Chief Commercial Officer, commented on the announcement. Demand for nickel in batteries is estimated to grow by over 500% over the next decade, in large part to support the world's rising demand for electric vehicles. We are delighted to sign this agreement with Tesla Incorporated and to collaborate with them on ways to make the battery supply chain more sustainable through our shared focus on technology and innovation. On top of the supply deal, Tesla and BHP have announced a new partnership to use blockchain technology in their supply chain logistics. They wrote in the press release, in addition to the supply agreement, BHP and Tesla Incorporated will collaborate on ways to make the battery supply chain more sustainable, with a focus on end-to-end raw material traceability using blockchain, technical exchange for battery raw materials production, and promotion of the importance of sustainability in the resources sector, including identifying partners who are most aligned with BHP and Tesla Incorporated's principles and battery value chains. Finally, BHP also disclosed that it will look into using Tesla's energy storage products in its operations to lower its carbon emissions. Tesla plans to ramp up its own battery cell production to volume production within the next year, and it is going to need a lot of